What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for the day. Today might be a bit of a longer video because I am giving away finally this signed Sabonis jersey right here. So if you liked and commented in the past maybe like week, you guys should be entered to win the giveaway for the Sabonis jersey that I'm going to be doing at the end of today's video. So I got a big wheel with everyone's name, and we're going to be spinning it at the end of the video. And yeah, it'll be fun to see who ends up winning the jersey. And then again, leave comments of who you want me to do next month, or yeah, I'll probably do one in May, whether it's going to be NBA or NFL or whatever it is. But let's get into yesterday's picks and how they went. Overall, pretty decent day. Nothing to write home about, like a crazy day, but overall, glad to see some kind of traction building. And yeah, I mean, this is kind of like a normal day. You know, this is how it should normally be when we don't just get extremely, extremely unlucky. And overall, you know, pretty decent day. Things definitely could have went better, and there were some opportunities to do things better. But right here, I did talk about this as kind of like a mini setup. Unfortunately, Fisher DMP'd, so Fisher did not play in this game. If he did play, these guys together got like 17 kills or something. So whoever the sub was for Fisher ended up getting like 5 kills, and then Kingan and Gideon, I think even together got like 12 or 13 kills together. So this would have hit if Fisher did play, but unfortunately, because he DMP'd, they just counted as a DMP. So we do get a 4.25x, and then we do hit a 2-man here on the VIP. We also hit the free play of the day yesterday on the YouTube channel, which is amazing to see there. We are now 3 days in a row hitting entries on the YouTube channel. So we hit that Desmond Bane and Steph Curry one. We also hit a Counter-Strike one on Monday, and then we hit Josh Giddey and Karras to go over on their entry here. So really nice to see there. 3 days in a row. You know, honestly, can't complain about that. There's some times where I'm like the hottest ever. I feel like nothing is going to miss. And there's honestly days like that or weeks like that, and we still don't go 3 out of 3 3 days in a row on the YouTube play. So, you know, honestly, pretty good there. I'm glad to see that we're kind of building momentum there and, you know, showing a little bit of what we can do at least. But yeah, nice to see there. And then this was the other play of the day that I sent out. It unfortunately goes red. I talked about yesterday, if the game ends up going to overtime, if it ends up being a longer game, these guys are likely to go over. And that second map does go into overtime. It was 12-16, and the first map was actually kind of a longer game too. So these guys both go over together because it does go into overtime. This game right here, for example, that we have set up, if I can move it up, this was actually a very short game. So this was like 13-3 and then 13-5, and these guys go under together because it was a very short game. Now this game right here was like 13-11, and then it was 12-16. So they probably played double the amount of rounds as these guys did, okay? So that's why Counter-Strike's correlated, because the more rounds that happen, the more kills are going to happen. The less rounds that happen, the less kills are going to happen. So, you know, it's hard to kind of know if these games are going to go long or short, but if a short game does happen, these guys should go under. If a long game does happen, these guys should go over, okay? Just rounding these out, soccer correlation ends up missing, but then League of Legends correlation does end up hitting. And then Sleeper also, have some hits there. This one I did want to just briefly talk about, but this one was very, very close. I actually saw someone commented about this one. This one's, yeah, I actually was just waking up, so I didn't catch the end of this game. But this game goes into double overtime in map 1, and you guys can see the guy that. I always say who we bet on, but it's really who I bet on, right? I got to take responsibility for the picks. Again, you can't really know who's going to underperform and who's not. But this game goes to double overtime, so that's going to mean the overs are probably going to hit because a longer game means more kills. And I'll say, like, if a game goes to double overtime, there's probably a 90% chance that these guys go over, just because there's so many rounds when something goes to double overtime. But you can see everyone else on this guy's team, this Mayer guy, this is one map. This is map 1. This guy got 38 kills in one map. This guy got 25, 21, 22. The guy who I bet on ends up getting 15 kills. So he gets 7 less kills than the rest of his teammates. And then in map 2, he only gets 11 kills right there. And it was kind of like a middle length game in map 2 there. And then in map 3, which we haven't bet on, but I just checked in map 3, they're in quadruple overtime, okay? So it was a really good call to take the overs. Just sometimes it's not your month. So hopefully guys, like, it's, you know, again, like, it is what it is. I'm not even like mad about eating these entries. Like, maybe I was like earlier in the month, but like, it kind of just is what it is at this point. It's just kind of insane that we can't hit a 4-man, but hey, we'll eventually get around to it. We do have a setup today. Again, who knows if it's going to hit or not? Who knows? But this was a honestly kind of a heartbreaker because it does go to double overtime. Map 3 goes to quadruple overtime. So if that was like a map 2 or map 1, this guy probably wouldn't have went over. But hey, what can I do? Sometimes these guys are going to overperform. Sometimes these guys are going to underperform. And yeah, pretty tough there, but kind of is what it is. If you guys do want to get into the VIP, a couple of things for you to do is to text me the word WANNA to get signed up for WANNA Parlay, and I'll get you in for 2 months free. Really easy to get signed up for this, you guys. You just put in my code DETECTIVE in all caps. You put $10 or more into WANNA Parlay. Anything that you put up to $250 is going to get matched. So if you put $250 into WANNA Parlay, you'll actually get matched on your money. So you'll start with $500. And once you do that and take a $10 entry, I will get you guys into my VIP for 2 months free. Again, if you're in a yellow state, you can take advantage of that. If you're not in one of those yellow states and maybe there's some green overlap here, a lot of the East Coast guys can sign up for Chalkboard. And Chalkboard, I'll get 1 month free. Similar thing to WANNA Parlay. Use my code, put some money into the account, and I will get you guys, once I kind of confirm that you guys use my code and everything like that, I'll get you guys 1 free month of the VIP. All right, so I did say today's video is going to be longer, so I do want to kind of go through some stuff here. Fully updated the spreadsheet. Again, we're up like 92 units on the year, which is really good, but the unfortunate thing is we've had a very, very bad month, which I've been very open about, trying to be very transparent. And like I said a couple videos ago, it's like, you know, it's easy to be transparent when you're hitting like crazy and you're hitting and you're winning and, you know, you win a lot and then you're like, hey, there's a couple losses here, you know, I'm being transparent. But it's hard to be transparent like this when you're losing. And it feels like, you know, now this past week has honestly been okay, but, you know, early April, even late March, it was tough, right? It was really tough. And those are honestly the times where you're going to tell if someone's going to be transparent and show their losses or wins, right? So that's honestly the time when, you know, when the going gets tough, that's when the transparency like really needs to come out, especially. So, you know, if you see someone that you're following lose a lot and you're like, hey man, this guy's losing and he's not showing his losses, that's a red flag, right? I'm not going to say that guy can't win in the long term, but like, you know, it's tough to be transparent. I understand it. It's tough to be transparent when you're losing. But we still are up 92 units on the year. I mean, it is what it is, right? We went up like 150 units. In you know, late March we were here. In February we went up 93 units, as you guys can see. And we're on like a 50 unit downturn, you know, and you know, again, I'm trying to talk about it and be as transparent as possible because sometimes this happens in betting where it's just, you know, as crazy as it seems. I did want to say one more thing, you guys. I was reading some of the comments, and the comment that I kept getting was like, dude, this dude only plays $1 entries. Like, how can you tell this guy he only plays $1 entries? I do want to say, like, I want to show you guys that I'm limited on my account, right? So I'm just going to pick random entries. Don't tail these. I'm just picking random things. I haven't even looked at NBA on Saturday. But if these guys are on the same team. But if I play 2 entries like this, again, don't tail this bet. This is not a bet that I'm giving out. If I try to play a $10 entry, you guys can see it saying maximum lineup amount right now is $5. So I did get limited around mid-March, which is unfortunate because now I can only play $1 entries. So I wasn't really making money on these picks anyway. It was trying to just give you guys the picks to make money from. But now I can only play like $1 per entry because even if I played $5 per entry, my daily limit is $25. So that means I can only play 5 entries a day. Okay, so I have to play $1 entries to get any more than 5 entries out a day. And again, it doesn't really matter. I kind of have given up on making money from PrizePicks. If I want to make money sports betting, I would have to do it in some other way, with some other app or something like that. But I still want to give out PrizePicks plays, and I know you can still be profitable on PrizePicks. I mean, we've pretty much done it this year. We did it all of 2024. And in February we went up like 93 units. So overall, like, you can still definitely be profitable on PrizePicks. And I want to also, like, one of the Twitter plays that I gave out the other day, we took it at 19, at under 19. It bumped all the way down to 17, okay? So if you take something at 19 and it bumps to 17, you know that's insane value, right? Like, there's definitely value to be played on PrizePicks. And just to show you guys that I'm not lying, this was a year ago. This was actually my 3rd video I ever released on this channel. You guys could go back and watch it if you wanted to. I mean, it's not very entertaining because I just feel like I have like a dead voice and stuff. There's only 25 views on this video, which is really funny. But this was more of a time when I was making money, like with my actual picks, right? And you guys can see I was playing $40, $50, $60, and these were 6-mans that I was taking at the time. So some of these 6-mans, you would go 20 picks in a row, 25 picks in a row without hitting, and that's really when you would have to have a very strong mind. But again, I was playing $40, $50, $60 entries at this time, and this is more when I was like trying to make money actually sports betting. And this is why I started this channel, because I realized you could make money sports betting. And then, you know, I switched to $10 entries to try to get to tracking it more on Pickett. And then now I have to go down to $1 entries just to get that volume out and try to get you guys plays. So again, Long story short, I'm kind of at the point now where it doesn't really matter what I make on PrizePicks. I'm not really trying to win my own money on PrizePicks. I'm trying to make you guys money on PrizePicks. And I thought this was insane. I used to do 6-man hockey correlation, where you would take one guy to go under goalie saves on one team, and you would take everyone else on the other team on Pittsburgh. So this was Tampa Bay versus Pittsburgh. You take everyone else on the other team to go under shots on goal, hoping for not as many shots. If you tried to take this now in today's time on PrizePicks, you'd probably get like a 11 or 12x for this entry right here. And that's not even considering that you couldn't even find this many unders because there's goblins and demons and stuff like that, which there wasn't at this time. So this was giving me a full 25x. So it just goes to show, like, PrizePicks, they're constantly trying to make the game harder. Even like demons and goblins, which they always promote as like a new, like, cool thing to do, and they make it like look cool and like different emails and stuff that they'll send you. They did that because they don't want to send out as many unders, right? They're doing that because they don't want to give out as many lines and stuff. So there's a reason why you can't play under on goblins or under on demons, right? So everything PrizePicks does, everything that Vegas does, gambling, whatever you want to say, casinos, they'll make it look shiny, and they're kind of for the people, by the people, but they're not. They're trying to win money from you, and that's why you got to stay very, very on top of your game, right? So I don't know. Long story short, a little bit of a ramble there. Just want to show you guys that, you know, I used to play $40, $50, $60 entries. I just got limited recently, and now I'm down to $1 entries. But the play quality is completely the same. We're gonna try to keep winning, try to win out in April. My goal in April is to try to maybe only go down like 5 to 10 units. That would be pretty big, and then maybe like try to break even in April, and then, you know, through the summer just absolutely crush it. But, you know, everything is tracked, everything is there on that spreadsheet that you guys can look at, and let's go ahead and get into today's entry. So we're going to go back to Counter-Strike. No NBA today, and this is going to be a Counter-Strike correlated bet, which is one of our bread and butters on the VIP, one of our bread and butters on the channel that I've been, you know, taking for a while. And I'm going to take the unders on these two players. So Frizzy, his line should probably be more like 12, so I'm taking him under at 13.5. And then Evan, his line should probably be more like 29, so I'm taking him under at 30.5. But the main thing I want to get across, like I said earlier in the video, is that this is heavily correlated together, okay? So less rounds equals less kills, more rounds equals more kills. So if these guys play a short game, that's going to mean less kills for these guys. If these guys end up playing a long game, that's going to mean more kills for these guys. So we actually want these things, or we're looking for these players to go red, red, or green, green together, right? That is what would make sense. If it's a long game, red, red is honestly completely fine. It just means it was correlated in the other direction. If it goes under, under, or if it's a short game, then it should go under, under, and potentially we would cash this to go green, green here. So again, showing some of these entries that we had yesterday, this one, for example, right here, was a very, very short game, and it does end up going green, green together. Now, right here, I took the unders just like I did in this one here, but it ends up being a longer game, and these guys get a ton of kills together because it goes into overtime. So that's how Counter-Strike works. That's how Counter-Strike has worked for like the past 25 years, and it's going to continue to work like that. So more rounds equals more kills, less rounds equals less kills, and that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Again, for bumps, I would take this at 13. I would take this at 30, okay? Maybe, you know, if this bumps to 29.5, maybe go half a unit on it, you guys. But I also want to say, like, I'm trying to talk about bankroll management a little more. Just because we're 3 out of 3 the past 3 days does not mean that this one's guaranteed to hit. Obviously, I don't know why I have to say that, but again, it doesn't mean to double down on this play. It doesn't mean to triple down, quadruple down on this play. Just put the normal amount that you play on every single play, and it's worked out over the past 10 months, you guys. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and get into the next section of the video, which is going to be the giveaway. If your name is in here, everyone's got a chance to enter. So thank you guys, everyone who commented over the past, I think it was like 8-9 days. And good luck on everyone. Let's go ahead and start the giveaway. Again, everyone, if you did comment multiple times, your name should be in this here. Like if you commented 3 times, your name should be in here 3 times, and stuff like that. So there's a lot of entries. There's like 132, but best of luck to whoever wins the Sabonis jersey right here. Let's go ahead and see if I can spin it. All right. IB Rook. All right, IB Rook. I know you're an OG of the channel, so congrats. Please text me or, just text me on my number down in the description, and I will get you the information, or I'll get your information and then send you this Sabonis jersey completely free. I'm going to go ahead and spin one more time, and whoever gets this spin will get a free month of the VIP as well. IB Rook, again, go ahead, text me, and I'll get you that Sabonis jersey sent to you. One more spin, you guys, for a free month of the VIP. All right, Jaker, another OG of the channel that I see comment a lot. So I know you guys commented probably like 5 or 6 times. So you guys got a lot of names in the box here. All right, Jaker, then go ahead and text me and I'll get you a free month. And then IB Rook, text me and I'll get you the Sabonis jersey. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.